It's football time in Tennessee. Those words have long been associated with running through the tee, the glory of the checkerboard end zone, and the Big Orange ready to do battle. And only in Tennessee do you get a sight like this. Not only are the end zones checkered, so too the crowd, a mirror image to prove that they will give their all for Tennessee. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Volunteers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. The give to the left. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the ball is picked off. Got room on the return. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown ball!
You always want to come out second tone as a defense. Get a stop, make them punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake.
Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
The give to the tailback. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
Fast motion in the jet sweep. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants to pass it on second down. He's got it down the middle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wants to throw on third. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And they decide to throw the ball there on third and inches, and then all of a sudden the offensive line was just overwhelmed with blitzers.
Well, they say that football is a game of inches, right, Reese? And that time, it just looked to me like the defense wanted it more. Their guys won up front, they dialed up the blitz, and they made the big play.
Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Iowa! He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the boulevard. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First down for this offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Pinks his way ahead, pick up a 3, gets it to the 20-yard line.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Got a man. It's Thorne. Still running at the 40. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On the option. He'll toss it. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Man, this guy has had a tremendous season. When you're getting mentioned for the Heisman Trophy as a true freshman running back, that is absolutely insane. And you've seen it all throughout the years, the big plays, the explosiveness, the speed. This guy has been unbelievable.
Quick completion to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Give to the running back. At the 20, he's got space. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, there's another outstanding run. You've been seeing that all season long. I think we all expected this guy to be really good as a true freshman. I don't know if anybody expected this. The fact that he's in the Heisman race as a true freshman, that's just ridiculous.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPO. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the move from inside his 5. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Tennessee 14, Iowa 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Wants to return it. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
On the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw on second down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Lets it fly. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Slings it downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Takes a hit as he fires. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Here's the handoff. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
And it's picked off. Taking it the other way. Inside the 30. The 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Volunteers. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Fair catch, called for and made. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Who needs a smell salt? Goodness gracious, that linebacker just opened the eyes of the running back, running through the hole, and hitting him right in the mouth.
And, man, he may have to have the molars checked out after that one, but at least he was able to hang on to the football.
Secure that football. It is hard to do when you get hit that hard, especially when you get that face right.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Vols! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, they blocked the extra point. He picks it up. That's a live ball. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. He takes it all the way back for the 2. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll call for the fair catch here. Hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now we see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes a connection. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The lone back's got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And the Hawkeyes are on the move. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to run it. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
The Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Fires to the right. It's complete. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeyes.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You you want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here comes the two-point try. Wants to pass. They're bringing heat. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. And back to the air on 2nd down. He'll throw it. Makes his connection. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Finds a crease at the 20. Ball is free. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And a big return here as they finally get him down inside the 20.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That fumble in bust territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Thorne. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that, checked it down, or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
And the Hawkeyes will boot it away to start the second half. Oh, he's going to go for the return. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll start the third quarter with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard in this run.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And now the hit knocks it loose. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Complete to the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. The Hawkeyes pick up the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
This offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that they're looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to sneak it. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Great job by the defense there on 4th down. I'll say this, QB sneak. Guaranteed play that you're going to get on offense. Everybody thinks it is. You dial it up, it's an automatic first. Not the case. That time, the defensive line was lower. They got more push, and there was just nowhere for the quarterback to go. Great job by the D.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Went to the running game on 1st down. Now 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the gun, the ground game. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2.
Coming up, 4th down.
And the Vols will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. slips through the line. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Iowa has the ball back on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. Got his man on the right. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
First down for the offense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw it. Looking deep. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
RD, what a play by the safety, and then the free safety specifically. When you're playing cover 2 and you're sitting back in half the field responsibility, you got to see the formation and you got to understand the quarterback. You're watching the quarterback's eyes and reading him. He takes him right to the football. Free safety jumps the route, makes the INT.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Still on his feet at the 45. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback will audible. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They want to run it left here. Breaks the tackle. He's now up to 75 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
Well, this guy's exceeded all expectations all season. We knew and we thought he would be talented. He'd leave a mark on the offense. I don't think anybody expected him to be in the Heisman race this late in the season as a true freshman. He is just special.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Picks up 1. Brings up 2nd down.
Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. The quick out. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Volunteers! And the beatdown has ensued. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Tennessee, 41. Iowa, 7.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Looking to throw. Right down the middle. Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The give to the back. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Moving toward the end zone, and the ball is free. Oh, the offensive effort's absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or you trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lined up.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll try the left side. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've got, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. He's now got 78 yards rushing so far in this one, and he's closing in on 1,200 for the season. Running to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jason. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game, but they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, it was not a good day.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Gets rid of it. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. They're facing a 3rd down. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
So that's going to do it for us.